Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for joining me. We're going to do a Vinyasa practice today. And let's get started. So come to lay on your belly with your head facing the front of your mat. Doesn't matter which cheek you put down, whatever's most comfortable. And you can place your arms wherever is also most comfortable. Close your eyes and just notice your breath. Notice your heartbeat. And just notice how you're feeling. And just keep in mind that this is temporary and that everything you experience will pass. And gently switch cheeks. And just find some ease, especially if the side you just turned to is a little more stiff. It's a little bit just tighter in general. We have one side that we always go to. So just recognize that. And begin to deepen your breath. Doesn't have to be a very aggressive breath, just a deeper breath. Just in and out of your nose. Filling your belly, filling your back, your lungs, your chest. Noticing your back rising and falling. And open your arms to a T. And adjust so that your right cheek is down on your mat. Begin to roll to your right side. So you feel like so that you are on the front of your right shoulder. Your left hand can plant down, left arm can be straight or bent, or you can reach back. It's up to you. And then your right knee can bend or stay straight, and your left knee can then bend with your foot flat, or you can keep your legs stacked. It's really a personal preference in how you set your body up. You just want to feel a stretch on the front of your right shoulder, the front of your chest even, and just take a couple deep breaths. It's nice to get into certain areas of the body when we haven't moved yet, so you can feel it in your most authentic state. Couple more deep breaths. And come back onto your belly and reach your left arm out to the left and roll to your left side. And again, feel free to adjust. And just breathe in and breathe out. And it's just finding the sweet spot. It's getting in there. And this, for some of you, may be a tight area, so ease. You do not need to push as hard as you can or go full out into the stretch. And come back onto your belly. Place your hands just outside your rib cage. Set up for baby cobra. Your toes point back. Tops of your feet press down into your mat so your kneecaps lift. And press into your hands. Lift your chest slightly. Shoulder blades draw in towards your spine. Breathe in to lengthen. And then lift just a little higher as you press into your hands. And release. And then do that again. Baby cobra, lift up. And release. So you're just getting your body moving. And one more. Baby cobra, lift up. Release. Child's pose, press back. Big toes together, knees open. Hips press to heels and your forehead drops to your mat. Take a couple deep breaths as you settle into your child's pose. And remember, you can always come back to child's pose anytime you need to, anytime you need rest. Stretch your arms out in front of you, get nice and long, and come forward to your hands and your knees. Just drop your belly. Take your gaze up. And exhale, round your back, tuck your chin for your cat pose. Inhale for cow, drop your belly and look up. Shoulders back. Exhale and round. Inhale to a nice neutral spine. Sweep your right arm out and up to the right. And then thread your right arm underneath your left side body. Lower to your right ear and cheek. And then your left hand, your left arm can go straight. It can be straight out in front of you. You can bend it. You can bind as well by wrapping your left arm around your low back. And you can even step your left foot back. And just breathe in and breathe out. Everything that we are experiencing now is temporary. Yet we control how we react. We control what the outcome of the moment is, what the moment, the situation, whatever it may be. And wherever your left arm is, release it down. Release your knee if you had lifted it and unthread your arm. And release your hand down. Let's go for the other side. Left arm reaches out and up. Open up and thread your left arm under your right side body. Left ear and left cheek down to your mat. Your right arm can straighten. You can keep it bent, or you can bind. Explore your body. You can step your leg back, whatever it takes. Just breathe deeply in and out. The cool thing about the practice of yoga is it's accessible to everybody. We can make every pose work somehow in everybody. And if your knee is up, you can release it. You can unthread your left arm. And release your hand down. Find downward facing dog. And just let your head fall. Pedal your legs out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale forward to a high plank. So just rock your body forward. Glutes squeeze belly tight. And then press back, down dog. Inhale forward, high plank. And press back, downward facing dog. Couple more times. Inhale forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Stay there. Lower your right knee down. Drop your left heel. Peel your left arm up. And take a nice stretch. Make a nice straight line from fingertips to your bottom palm. And then sweep your left arm over your ear and get nice and long. Stretch from your fingertips to the pinky toe edge of your left foot and spin your chest up. Breathe in and breathe out. Float your leg up. And then option to bend your knee and catch your foot behind you. And if you catch your foot, just kick it straight back. So sometimes there's a tendency to kick up, but kick straight back. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you're bound, you can open back up. Step your foot down. Find your high plank. Left knee lowers and open up. Ground down through your right foot. Reach your right arm high. Breathe in as you look up. And then sweep your arm over your ear. Get long. Find the stretch somewhere between your pelvis and your rib cage. So if you have to manipulate your body a bit, that's okay. Adjust as you need to. And then lift your leg. And then option to bind. If you bind again, kick straight back. Just to open up your thigh, to open up your pelvis, your chest. Again, the front of your right shoulder. Getting into your shoulders a bit. And release your bind, open back up. You can lower your foot down, high plank. This time, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Stretch out, open up your chest. Downward facing dog. Let your head fall. Breathe in and breathe out. Shoulders pull away from your ears. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Step your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. All right, feet are separated, hips distance apart. And just catch elbow to elbow and let yourself just hang in a rag doll. So hang in a nice deep forward fold. Your knees can soften if you're tight at all in your back or your hamstrings. And just take a couple breaths as you let your head and your chest fall heavy. You can even add a gentle sway. And release your hands down. Toe heel your feet together. And come all the way to stand, arms reach high. Bring your hands to heart center. And just close your eyes. And take this moment to set an intention for your practice today. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. And take a side bend over to the right. Any variation that you prefer is fine. Just work to ground down through your feet as much as you can. Come back up through center. And side bend over to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Everything draws in towards the center line of the body and bring it halfway down or all the way you choose. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms reach out and up, stand tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We can look at down dog as an opportunity to reset, as an opportunity to begin again, as you breathe to create heat, to create fire in your body. Step or hop your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms reach out and up, stand tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank to a low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach your right leg up into the air. And let's bend your knee, open your hip. Lift your knee high. Squeeze your heel towards your butt. Press your left heel down towards your mat. And then lift it up high. Lower it down. And lift it up. Hold it high. Lift your knee up. Step your right. Inhale, straighten out your right leg. And just fold over it. So runner stretch. If you have very open hamstrings, you're welcome to ground your right heel down and pull your hip back for about 10 breaths. Creates extra heat, creates a bit more stability. Otherwise, soften and fold to, work a little more flexibility, to break through some tightness. And then shift forward. Hips draw down. Straighten out your leg again. Shift forward. At your exhale, breathe in to straighten. Exhale, sink. Inhale. Exhale, stay here. Back toes curl under. Lift your knee. Reach your arms high. Crescent lunge. Let your toes ground down. Front knees nice and bent. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a prayer twist to the right. Left tricep to right thigh. So anchor your arm in your leg. Fire up your back thigh. Breathe in to lengthen as you press into your hands. Breathe out to twist deeper. You can open your arms if you choose. You can bind. You can fly. This is your practice. So take it where you're ready to go, where you need to go now. Ground down through your feet. Stand back up. Crescent lunge. And open up warrior two. Back heel grounds down. Front knees nice and bent. Gaze over your right fingers. Sink down a little bit lower. And now inhale, straighten your right leg, reach your arms up over your head. And exhale, sink down. Inhale, reach. So we're pumping the warrior. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down and up. One more. Down and up. Hold warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Right arm reaches back. Breathe in, get nice and long through your side body. An extended side angle. Forearm to your thigh. Sweep your left arm up and over your ear. Get nice and long. Gaze is up past your fingertips. Pull your left shoulder back. Spin your left chest open. You can stay here. You can go for a bind, half or whole. Half bind. You hook your hand around your side. Breathe in to rotate open. Sink your hip down a little bit more. Warrior two. Keep your hips low. Come back up. Breathe in. Eyes are over your right fingers. Breathe out. Straighten out your right leg. Right toes turn in. Flip your palms. Look up. Exhale, fold forward. So fold in half and walk your hands forward. Just a little bit so you're in a wide, short down dog. And push your hips back. Let your head drop. If you don't feel a ton in your hamstrings, you can always lower to your forearms. And then press your hips back as you're on your forearms. And breathe in. And breathe out. Honor your body. Lift to your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Walk your hands over to the left, pivot your feet. Dragonfly twist, left arm lifts. Reach up, reach high. Pull your left ribs away from your left inner thigh. Deep breath in and out. Lower your left hand down, standing splits, right leg lifts. You can use blocks under your hands if you need them. Just lift up, stretch out, and step your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Sit down, nice and low. Inner thighs squeeze together. Belly draws in and up. Pull your pubic bone up. It's like tucking your tailbone without over tucking. And then bring your hands to heart center. Prayer twist to the right, left tricep to right thigh. Now anchor again, just like we did in crescent lunge. Breathe in to lengthen your spine. Breathe out and twist. Option to open your arms, option to take a side crow. Lower your right hand above your right foot or to a block above your foot for half moon. Left leg extends straight back and tip your left hip open. Left arm reaches straight up. Breathe in, lift up, just reach up, lift your leg. Standing splits. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. This time, option to pivot and flip. Run down through your heels if you flipped. Lift your pelvis, lift your chest. Breathe in, reach up. Flip back over right into side plank with your right hand down. Spin to the pinky toe edge of your right foot or lower your knee. Lift your hips, lift your left arm. Breathe in and out. High plank. Low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth and let it out. Do it again. Inhale. And open mouth. Exhale. All right. Feet together, left leg lifts. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Press your right heel down toward your mat. Lift your left knee. Now lift your right heel. Now lower it down. And lift up. Stay up high. And step your left foot forward. Lower your right knee down and straighten out your left leg.
You can fold over it, softening. If you're on the tighter side, if you're pretty open, again, ground through your heel, pull your hip back. Just breathe. No matter what you're doing, the power of your breath can shift perspective. It will help calm your mind, it will help to calm your body, and it will get you focused. It's so easy to forget that we can, control our focus, that we control our whole lives. All right, so shift forward and sink down into your hips, and then rock back and forward and back and forward. A couple more times. Let's straighten it out one more time. Stay forward, back toes curl under, lift your knee, find your center and reach up. Just set your eyes on a nice still point. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's bring your hands to heart center. Take your prayer twist to the left, right tricep to left thigh. Breathe in to lengthen, and again, root down through your toes, the ball of your back foot. Also, your front heel and your front big toe mound. Press your hands together, lengthen your spine, and then twist even deeper. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Option to open your arms or bind or fly. Breathe in, breathe out. Ground down and come back up through center. And open warrior two. Back heel plants, arms open. Sink your hips down. Eyes are over your left fingers. And inhale, straighten your leg, reach your arms up. So pump your warrior and sink down. Inhale and reach up. Sink down. Inhale, reach up. Belly is tight throughout. Reach up. Let's go down and up one more time. When you're down in warrior two, stay there. Reverse your warrior. Left arm reaches back. And bring your left forearm to your left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over your ear. Get long. Nice straight line from your fingertips to the pinky toe edge of your foot. Spin your chest up as much as you can. Pull your right shoulder back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Sink your hips down. Go for your bind, half or whole. Catch a hold of your thigh, your side, your hands, and then open up a little more. There's a little more room for rotation once you catch your bind. And find warrior two. Lift back up. Feel that in your left thigh and your left hip. Be non-reactive. Straighten your leg. Left toes turn in. Clasp your hands behind your backs. Make sure the pinky toe edges of your feet line up with the short edge of your mat, and lift your chest and your gaze. Exhale, fold forward, pull your hands away from your low back. And just let your head drop. Don't worry about how low you go. More about how you feel and what you're doing, that you feel a stretch. I can't stress enough, there's a difference between pain and discomfort. Make sure you're not going anywhere past discomfort on the pain scale. And gently release your hands down. Lift to your fingertips, lengthen your spine. And walk your hands over to the right, pivot your feet. Dragonfly twist. Right arm lifts. And just get into your body, stretch out. One of my favorite poses. And lower your right hand down, standing splits. So left leg lifts, and just lift up and stretch. And step your left foot to meet your right. Lift halfway and fold. Chair pose. Sit back. Yeah, sit down, sit back. Hands to heart center. Prayer twist to the left. Right tricep to left thigh. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. And then again, option to twist. Option to open your arms, to bind, to fly, to go where you can go. And lower your left hand above your left foot or to your block. Right leg and right arm open up. Tip your right hip open so your right toes face the right wall. And reach up and then look up as you lift your leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let your focus be on right now. Right here, right now, whatever is happening. Standing forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Separate your feet hips distance apart. Catch your big toes with your peace fingers. Lift halfway and bow. Shake your head yes, shake it no. Pull yourself down. Release your bind. Slide the palms of your hands under the bottoms of your feet so your toes touch your wrists. Lift halfway, lengthen, and bow. Release your hands until heel your feet together. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Inhale, reach your left leg up into the air. Bend your knee and open up your hip and flip your dog. Breathe in. Lift your hips. Breathe out. Reach up high. And flip back over, left hand down, spin to the pinky toe edge of your left foot. You can lift your hips, reach your arm high. Breathe in. Breathe out. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take a child's pose. You're welcome to hydrate, to towel off if you need to. You can stay here for 10 more breaths, or you're welcome to take it up into an inversion of your choice. An inversion can be down dog. It can be dolphin on your down dog on your forearms. Headstand, handstand, forearm balance. Just work to honor what you need. Not what anybody else needs, but what you need now. You know, be honest with yourself. Be truthful with yourself. It's a pretty big deal when we can recognize what we need versus what we want. The more clear your mind, the more present you are, the more you recognize those things. And then you adjust your lifestyle on your mat and off your mat so that they really do match. If you're upside down, come back to child's pose. Breath strong. All right. Stand up onto your knees. Stand up onto your knees and bring your knees hips distance apart. You may want your blocks. It's personal preference. But come to a kneeling position. Squeeze your glutes. Press your pelvis forward. Belly can stay engaged, and then reach back for either your heels or blocks, or you can take your low back. I just personally prefer blocks. And lift up through your chest. Let your head drop back for a camel pose. Breathe in. Open up the whole front of your body. Breathe out. Do your best to keep your hips stacked over your knees. And then slowly come up and out. And we'll take another camel pose. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Got to get our camel in. And lift up. Again, watch where your hips go, that they don't start to slide back like this. Stay centered. Stay stacked. Lift your chest. Head can drop back if it's okay. Breathe in. Keep lifting through your chest. Imagine that someone is pressing their fingers between the tips of your shoulder blades. Lift through there. Good. Release. Downward facing dog to counter. Hips back. Head drops. All right. From downward facing dog, step your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Come all the way to stand, arms reach high. Let's come right into an eagle. Right arm under, wraps under. You can always grab shoulder to shoulder or elbow to elbow if you need to. And then cross your right leg over your left. Toes can graze your mat, or you can put a block under your toes if you need to. And just find your center, ground down through your big toe mound and through the center of your heel. And then slide your knees just a little bit to the right. Lengthen your spine and breathe. And release. All right, other side. Left arm wraps under your right. Left leg wraps on top of your left. Sit back so both knees are bent. And then squeeze your leg bones together. Squeeze them in, squeeze your arm bones together, and breathe. Everything is drawn in towards the center line of your body. So when we pull in, we create more stability. And release. All right, let's do it again. Right arm under, right leg over. Again, find your balance. Ground down through your left foot. Float your left knee up or right knee up in front of you. Keep your arms wrapped. And begin to extend your right leg back behind you. So you're in an eagle airplane. Eyes are forward. And then unravel your arms right into your airplane. Palms face down. Right leg lifts high without tipping your hip open. Breathe in. Float your knee back up in front of you, hands to heart center. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh and sit back. If you need to fold and catch blocks, you're welcome to do that. It's much more a personal preference of how you feel this figure 4 stretch. You want to feel it in your outer or inner right hip. However, you might feel it in your low back and left hamstring as well. So honor your body. If you have a flying pigeon, you're welcome to plant your hands and take your flying pigeon. And stand up. Step your foot down. Arms reach up. Eagle pose. Left arm under, left leg over. Find your center again. Right foot is you're posting yourself up on your right foot without gripping from your toes. Float your left knee up in front of you. And then slowly extend the leg back. So we're not in a huge hurry to move into poses. We're moving mindfully with ease, and then unravel. Shoulder blades draw in. Slight lift in your chest. So a little back bend in your chest. Lift your leg higher. Breathe in. Hands to heart center. Left knee floats back up in front of you. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh knee area and draw your knee down as your foot's awake. So point through your foot, fan your toes back. Just so you get that stretch. And again, you may have to fold to feel it. Breathe in and breathe out. And stand up, step your foot down. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Toe heel your feet nice and wide. Turn your toes out and squat down. So right into a goddess squat. Shoulders back, chest lifts. Close your eyes and draw your attention inward. Breathe in. Breathe out. What is one thing that you are grateful for today? Shift your weight back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall open wide. Hold on to your inner ankles. Lengthen your spine. And fold. You can press your elbows down onto your inner thighs. You can put blocks under your knees if you need to. Again, working to just get into your hips. Deep inhale followed by long exhale. And inhale, sit up. Gently close your knees together and roll back onto your sit bones. Coming into boat pose. Navasana, shoulders back, belly pulls in. Heels can drop down if you need them to. Your legs can also straighten. Just work to honor your body. Just wherever you can stay without a fight, that's where you should be. Breathe in, breathe out, low boat. To boat, low boat, to boat, low boat, to boat. Two more. Go low, lift up. One more, go low. Lift up and hold for 3, 2, 1. Go all the way down, full body stretch. Bend your knees, plant your feet flat, arms rest next to your sides. Bridge pose, ground down through your heels, lift your hips. Walk your shoulders underneath your backs. And just open up the front of your body. Open it up. We've done lots of hinging forward. Now we can reverse it. We can counter it and release your hips down. All right, bridge pose, ground down, lift up. Open up. Now this time, ground down through your left foot, reach your right leg up into the air. Press through your heel, lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out, cross your ankle over your thigh knee, lower your hips. Reclined pigeon. So right ankle crosses over your left thigh knee. Right foot's awake, left foot's awake. And then pull your left thigh in towards you. You can also take your right elbow and forearm and push your right leg away from you. Take a couple breaths. In and out. calming your mind. We're igniting and we're calming at the same time. We lift up, we bring back down. We lift up, we bring back down. And release. Bridge pose. Ground down, lift up. Get your shoulders underneath you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Root into your right foot. Lift your left leg. Lift it up. Press through your foot. Anchor away. Lift higher. And cross your ankle over your thigh knee as you lower your hips. Just keep both feet awake. It's easier than having to remember to do one. And then pull your right thigh in towards you. You can press your left leg away. If you need more assistance, you can always go to a wall and press whichever foot is straight out in front of you into the wall as well for extra resistance. If your own pull isn't strong enough for this one to get in there. And release. Let's go one more bridge, or if you'd like to take a wheel, you're welcome to take wheel by planting your hands behind your shoulders and fully lifting up into a back bend. You choose where you go. Come on up. 5 deep breaths. So get into your deepest variation, your fullest expression. And release. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall open wide. And bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly. Breathe in. Breathe out. And release your hands behind your head, elbows open wide. If this for any reason bothers your low back, you can close your knees and plant your feet flat instead. So figure out which variation is best for your body. Elbows open, chin away from your chest. Take a deep breath in with your belly engaged and exhale, crunch up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale, exhale. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold this last one up. Hold it up. Reach your arms forward and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Breathe in. Lower down. Breathe out. Gently close your knees together. Hug them in towards your chest. Happy baby. Catch the outer edges of your feet. You can pull your knees in towards your armpits and just rock. If you can't quite reach your feet, you can always catch the backs of your thighs below your knees or behind your knees. And then you're welcome to straddle your legs wide. And then bring your legs back together. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And let's rock and roll your way up to seated. Yeah, rock and roll your way up to seated. And we're going to take a frog pose today. So you may want to roll your mat in half and pad it so you can pad your knees. And you'll come onto your knees and straddle your legs wide. If this bothers your knees, You can do this on your back with your feet on the wall. Same position. So toes turned out, ankles in line with your knees. And then hips are in line with knees as well. So you're not pressed back into like a child's pose. And then lower to your forearms. You can also lower to your forehead. And just take a couple deep breaths. Work to soften, work to relax into the pose. One breath at a time. Even when you feel like you might get stuck, stay there and breathe. You will not be stuck because you won't. You have the power to control your thoughts, to control your reactions. So it's not just your mental reactions, but it's your physical reactions too. This is temporary and it will pass. And you have the control of the situation. You have the control of your breath. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll just take 5 more breaths. And then lift back up onto your hands. You can slide onto your belly, or you can gently walk your and come to seated. So extend your right leg out in front of you and bring the sole of your left foot to your right inner thigh. Inhale and reach your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Catch a hold of your right foot. Lengthen your spine and fold. Just breathe in and breathe out. We're working your hamstrings. We're still working into your hips with the knee that's bent. And sit back up and gently switch sides. Arms reach up and exhale, fold forward. Breathe in and breathe out. And sit up nice and tall. Extend both legs out in front of you. Can remove any excess flesh from your sit bones. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. One more time, fold forward. Exhale, catch your feet or your ankles. Lengthen your spine and fold. That final stretch in your low back and your hamstrings. Sit up nice and tall. Plant your hands behind your hips, bend your knees, reverse tabletop. Just tuck your butt under, lift up through your chest. And release your hips down. Land to your backs, hug your knees into your chest. And let your knees fall over to the right.
Arms can open to a T or goalpost. You can take your gaze over your left shoulder or just close your eyes. And breathe in. And breathe out. Bring your knees back through center. Let them fall over to the other side. Right arms open. Back of your right shoulder grounds down. Deep breaths in and out. Bring your knees back through center. And extend your legs out in front of you. Arms rest next to your sides. Take a nice deep breath in. Open up your mouth, let it out. One more time, big inhale. And exhale, let it go. Shavasana. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. And wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing awareness back into your bodies. Stretch your arms up over your head. And hug your knees into your chest. And roll to your right side. And just take this moment to honor your practice. To have immense gratitude for your body and for your breath and for your mind. And gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Hands to heart center. Eyes remain closed. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, whenever you can get a chance to practice. So thank you again. Float your thumb knuckles up to your third eye, forehead center, and invite light, love, and peace in. Namaste. Have a wonderful day from me and my little assistant Elmer today. You can find out more information about me and about the different kinds of classes I'm offering in addition to YouTube. There are virtual live classes accessible from my website. So you can check that out, www.carrietreister.com. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.